Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter. T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
In today's episode, we're going to learn about the courtship behaviors of Homo sapiens species. Homo sapiens can sometimes start their courtship rituals before the age of 20, but the wiser of the species wait until their prefrontal cortexes are more fully developed. Take specimen E, for example, a strapping athletic young male with the unusual interest in doing long feats of bravery and brute strength, such as biking across the expansive extents of his native habitat and climbing mountains and competing in bipedal foot races for more than 26 miles. In his early 20s, specimen E encountered speciwoman T, a female Homo sapien, beautiful in both form and function. She was both comical and theatrical, with an unusually high reasoning ability that led her to success in the learning of biochemical phrases and processes, including but not limited to the terms that other members of her species could not understand, such as hypoxia, proliferation, and prostaglandin. Back to our case study. Specimen E and speciwoman T were at a location where other young Homo sapiens that are entering the adult phase of their life cycle congregate during the hot and humid summer season and helped in the rearing of Homo sapiens at the pre-adolescent stage. After visualizing speciwoman T's rare beauty, fun behaviors, and high reasoning capabilities, specimen E decided to approach her and began courting rituals that included shy glances, giggles, brief conversations of the awkward variety, and attempts at physical touch of the most peripheral body sensory appendages. Speciwoman T responded with flirting behaviors such as quick reverberations of the eyelids and reciprocal giggling. The giggling signaled the beginning of their courtship dance, which was later confirmed on a small maritime vessel in the middle of a large body of water. Little did they know at that time that their courtship dance would span across their continental habitat and later reconverge at a small town known as Loma Linda. Specimen E entered his pupal stage, a stage that would take 4 years. Within the confines of his medical school chrysalis, he would spend much time metamorphosizing into his fully formed physician state. During those 4 years, he would seldom be seen except when he would appear for eating, more courting behaviors, and random yet impressive physical feats. Speciwoman T also began a metamorphosis of her own. Throughout her pupal stage, she would transform into a microscope-viewing, centrifuge spinning, cell culturing scientist of the PhD variety. While typical Homo sapien courtships can last anywhere between 2 days and indefinite periods, in which case the females usually devour the males with questions about how long it will last, their courtship lasted just over 4 years. During that time, they engaged in many fun and unusual courtship behaviors, including grasping each other in strange ways, playing in the snow, standing at extreme heights on precarious ledges, flying, testing out their proprioceptive receptors at balancing across elastic bands, standing by large trees, jumping off large rocks, making funny expressions on their faces, and interlocking their lips together in a prolonged fashion known as a kiss. At the end of the 4 years of courtship, specimen E brought speciwoman T back onto another similar maritime vessel in a different large body of water and asked her to move from the courtship to the pre-mating stage. This change in phase was marked by celebrations of their fellow Homo sapiens. The couple looks forward to begin mating and rearing offspring after festivities of their nuptial union are celebrated by friends and kin in the 10th month of this solar cycle. We interrupt our story to consider the following, where we consider the following. What will Erik and Tania's offspring look like? We plugged in their DNA into our offspring predictor and generator of science, and here's what we extrapolated. Baby Tania and Erik, number 1. Or Baby Tania and Erik, number 2. And that's all, folks. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Produced in association with the National Science Foundation.
Science!
science.
No, it's not science, it's science.
Science?
No, science. Use your cerebral cortex, which is connected to your neurons and all the other stuff inside your body going down your spinal cord via some ganglia or something like that.
Science.
No, science. Science?
Science.
Science.
This wiring shot, Bob. Watch what happens when